I constantly heal, and they're attacking me, and I'm just like, what is this?
Crazy thing.
No, Azumarill is
already charged?
Is actually the best Pokemon like on that
Charged.
team.
What?
This.
Charged. Do you know how much these go for? Because you can't find them anymore? Like $100.
I'll look for it.
Okay.
Check.
No. Oh.
Let's clean up first. You guys want to stay for this, or are you gonna head out?
Probably gonna head out soon.
3 minutes. 6 in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Alright, so chill for the meantime.
I can't wait for the new one. Well done. Oh, I didn't realize my phone.
Watch out!
When was the last time I've seen you, Justin?
I texted you on your birthday.
He has to see.
Exactly.
I don't know. A couple months ago. How's it going?
It's good. I'm in Union Square now.
Why?
They asked me to transfer, and I said yeah.
Are they give you a raise?
It's a lower volume store. I think it's if not the lowest, it's the second lowest volume store in all of Manhattan.
So you just chill?
Yeah. The only reason I moved is because they promoted one of my friends from my store to the manager at that store. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah, so I was just like, yes, please. So she gives me, because I'm supposed to work weekends now. They changed our schedule. We're not supposed to have a set schedule. Like, you know how I would work like 5 to 1 or 6 to 2? Now with any schedule.
Except for the glorious day.
But they put it back to us working our typical early schedules. But I work Saturdays now, but I don't work Sunday.
Okay.
So I spoke to her, I was like, I can't work Sunday. Absolutely not. It's my holy day. This is when I get together and play D&D.
Basically, you told me.
Yeah, I was like, it's because I have a religious observation. She was like, what? I was like, I have to observe, it's Paylor's day. I was like, almost rest before the sun god. It is Sunday. She had no idea what I was. She just looked at me and she was like, is that a Dungeons and Dragons reference? And I was like, yes. And she was like, okay. Because she knows I play D&D. So she was like, wait, that's a Dungeons and Dragons reference, right? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, I got it. I was like, holy day. She was like, got it. If they ask, that's what I'm writing down. It's a holy day.
He's the god of the sun. It's Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
You're fucking ridiculous. Wow.
Well, it's really fantastic because my entire team, they're all gay men.
Yeah, what?
They're all gay men.
Uh-huh.
My entire team.
I heard it like gaming.
Gay men.
Like,
They're all gay men.
they're all gay men.
They're all gay men. Huh?
They're no
On my
girls?
team, there's no girls. There was one, and she was the only person I became friends with in the entire store, and she quit. So my entire team are gay men. And what's really funny is I have officially established myself within about 2 weeks' time as the alpha bitch of that store. Like, I was just kind of like, they'd be like, oh, Peter, I'd be like, fuck you want? And they'd be like, oh, calm down. I'm like, I'm never calm!
Good shot.
Yeah, no, it's really funny.
Can't keep on calm. I work at Forever 21. People always fucking up the clothes. That's ridiculous. So none of them give you shit?
No.
Are they all ghetto fabulous?
A lot of them are. One of them is really, really like bird Puerto Rican. So he like clicks after everything he says. So it's like, this don't make no sense. Like that, and it's like, yeah. And so I remember I told him to shut the fuck up, or he'll never be able to click again because I'm gonna rip his tongue out of his face. And he was like, "Oh, you crazy? No, you don't know what happened." And he was like, "Oh, yeah, sorry." And I was like, "You are." Ow, bitch.
Fucking ridiculous. How's your mother doing?
She's doing good.
Yeah?
Hmm. Yeah, he's doing really good. He's actually doing amazingly in school. I think he got like all A's. Like he's doing amazing in school. He's involved in so much gay shit. He's in a fucking acapella group.
That's gay.
Yeah. When he told me he was in an acapella group,
Wait, were you like, hold on.
no, I just like looked at him and I was just like, who the fuck do you think you are? And I said it in all seriousness. Just looked him in the face and was like, who the fuck do you think you are? I was like, this is not right. I was like, this is unnatural. I was like, why are you living my life? I was like, you joined an acapella group? He's in like he did like this dance-a-thon thing that they have there to raise like money for like for gay awareness. Yeah, for local gay awareness. Which they didn't even need to raise the money. All I needed to do was get a neon sign and point it at my fucking brother. Because I was just like, this is bullshit. I was like, who the fuck are you?
Did you tell your mother this?
She was there when I said it.
Was she laughing?
She couldn't. She looked, and at first she thought I was really mad at him. When I was just like, who the fuck do you think you are? She was like, and she looked at me like, what? She was like, this is bullshit. Living my life. I was like, you're not one of those fucking misfit kids from Glee. Nobody cares. Being a part of something big doesn't make you big. You're not special. I will sue Sylvester all over your parade.
You said that?
I threw stuff too. I knocked over cups.
So how?
I was like, I knocked over a trash can.
So is it breaded?
I threw paper balls at him.
The breading is
and I walked out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Paper
So
ball.
Yeah, there was.
It's been
breaded
breaded.
nachos.
Been breaded with nachos. That's the most ridiculous one
What do you
because it's
mean
like
cook
not yet.
I'm gonna knock stuff down and I scream. Ah!
Nachos
No,
and
it smells like nachos.
Just like,
I'm gonna let it marinate.
and I was like, why does this happen? You're supposed to imagine the Sue Sylvester. Oh, music. Ah! Throwing stuff down.
Probably.
Probably.
Have you been watching the recent one?
I'm young still.
Yeah. You'll know at the end of it. You'll have
Peter?
the knowledge.
What?
Have you watched the recent season?
I watched the first couple of episodes.
How is it?
You haven't seen it? It's weird. Do you know what's going on?
It's 10 years later or something like that? Or
It's like a couple of months later.
a couple months later?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
Because did you see the
ending of
you-
4? No, the
essentially Rachel has ruined her life because she's no longer in school. In that like Miata school.
Why?
Well, she got the part in Funny Girl. She was the lead,
Mhm.
and she had to do an assignment. She did it wrong, so the Thibodeau, I think, Whoopi Goldberg, told her that she had to redo the assignment. She was like, "You didn't follow my rules," because she did like a duet with like Blade or something, and she was like, "You're supposed to do it individually." She was like, "I didn't realize that now that you have a show that you can make it your own rules and do whatever you want." Last time I checked, this was my school. Fuck you, bitch.
Okay.
So she was like, you have to redo the assignment and you have to do it on this day. And she's like, oh, I can't do it that day because it's tech week. She was like, I've got shit to do. And she was like, well, this is the day I gave you. If you can't do it, you fail. And Rachel was just like, I don't understand why you're being so difficult. Like, can't you work with my schedule? And she's like, no, you're a student here. Like, I don't care if you have a job outside of this. She's like, you adhered to my schedule. You chose to be here. You chased me down to be in this school to do what I tell you to do. So you're going to do it. And then Rachel was ultimately just kind of like, well, I've already got the dream that I wanted. I got the job that I wanted that I needed you for, which I didn't need you for because I did it all on my own. So, peace. Fuck you. And she left. she did that. She did Funny Girl, and eventually she got kind of bored doing it. It was like every night. She was doing it all the time, and so some like TV rec whatever wanted her to go to fucking LA to read for a TV show. And so she went there, and she was supposed to perform that night, and she said she was sick when she wasn't. And the girl who was supposed to be her understudy broke her leg. So they're like, we need you to come in. Like, we'll give you whatever you need to do it. And she couldn't make it. So Santana stood in for her because the whole beginning of the season she was her understudy. So they realized what happened, and they basically threatened lawsuit against her. They were like, you broke contract by trying to apply to another job when you were still for us. They were like, we'll let you slide this time, but if you ever do something like this again, you'll never work in this town again. Like, we'll blacklist you. So ultimately, when she auditioned for that show, she didn't get it because it was some weird sci-fi show that she had no idea what she was doing. So they offered to write her own TV show and essentially make a Glee on TV. Yeah. So they tried to do it. It was really good, and that was how the season ended. When it started, her show bombed. Her show did terribly. They did the pilot. Everyone hated it. She's a laughingstock. Her show was canceled, and so now she lost her job on Broadway. She's not in school, and she lost her job on TV.
Shit.
So she had to move back home to her dad's house, which, by the way, got a divorce. They didn't tell her. So her dads are divorcing.
Are they in the process of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like done. They already submitted the paperwork. Now it's just like the fiscal stuff, like what's going on.
Okay.
And she was like, well, can I stay in my room? And it was her black dad who was there. And he was like, you can stay as long as you like, but don't get used to your room because we need to buy a smaller house because we're selling this house. So it's like they're selling her childhood house that she grew up in.
Wait. But that's funny because her dads weren't black in the other season.
One is black, one's white. Yeah. That's how it's always been. One dad is black and one dad is white.
They can't just switch that.
Okay. I'm trying to remember like that wedding episode. And, alright.
They showed them in actually the very first episode, a picture of them and
yeah.
they're different. But that's whatever.
That's the pilot.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they weren't even sure if anything was going to happen at that point. But, so that's going on. That's her life. So ultimately what she decided to try to do was to bring back the Glee Club. And she's doing that. And apparently she went to like the student councilman or whatever, like teacher, whatever, like the board of education, like whoever was there, and basically went behind Sue's back because Sue's the principal of the school now, and was able to, with the money that she made from the show, fund the Glee Club. And so they can have it as long as, of course, they win competitions and do stuff like that. So that's ultimately what she's doing. And Kurt is back with her because in his third year in school, what they do there is they have to find like a creative arts job and basically do like a work study. So he decided to make the Glee Club his work study. Of course, Blaine is back because him and Kurt broke up.
I thought they were getting married.
Yeah, Kurt told him he hated him and couldn't stand being with him anymore, so they broke up.
Why?
He just got tired of him. Because everyone moved out, so the two of them had to live back together, and they can't live together. They don't know how to live together. They hate each other when they're cohabitating. So they broke up. Ultimately, Blaine was so devastated by the breakup that he failed out in the autumn. So he's no longer in school. So he moved back. So it's a lot of garbage.
Okay. So
and now
basically it's killing everything that they all worked for.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only one who's succeeding is Kurt. He's like, I'm doing so great in school. I'm gonna go back there just because I'm doing work study and I get to be with my friends while I'm still doing what I gotta do. Yay, life. He's like, your lives suck, mine doesn't. Oh, porcelain. So that's happening. Kurt ultimately decides that he wants to try to get back together with Blaine. When he tries to get back together with Blaine, Blaine is dating someone, and it ends up being Karofsky, the fat gay basher.
The football player?
Yeah, the football player.
The one that
the one who tried to kill himself, who was beating up Kurt every single day and forcing him to transfer schools. They're dating now. Yeah. All this crazy shit's going on.
What is it? Just bring everybody
back
back
and
into
what's
one
his
spot?
face? So Blaine is basically student teaching at Dalton and works with the Warblers.
Why?
Because it's a TV show and you can do that.
I like how in this world,
Yeah,
anyone can get a fucking job
you can do whatever,
anywhere
you can do
without
whatever,
any degree.
Yeah.
You don't need degrees in this world.
Yeah, no, you can do whatever the fuck you want. As long as you can sing and dance, that's all.
Oh my God.
As long as you have a song in your heart, happy feet, you're good.
Why didn't they call the show Footloose?
Because Rachel isn't a very good dancer. She's the big character.
But that's the town they live in. Kevin Bacon should have made an appearance.
Great.
Oh, were there any special guests in it recently? Everybody from the past?
Yeah, everyone from the past. Yeah, you know, Huck, Quinn, Brittany Santana.
Oh, Brittany came back?
Yeah. Brittany came back last season too.
But she was pregnant.
Yeah. She pushed that baby out and was just like, oh wait, hold on, hair flip, gotta dance. That bitch is still dancing. She's doing what she gotta do. She's probably doing crunches when she had that baby. She's like, you ain't fucking up my job, my livelihood. Because she has happy feet. She doesn't have a very good song in her heart, but her feet are very happy.
She's a very special one.
She's a genius.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, she's a genius.
She wrote this whole thing in crayon, and she's like,
yeah, she's a fucking genius. And what's really funny is it's like all of a sudden it's like it awakens something in her. So now she's like a fucking genius when she talks to everybody.
oh really?
Yeah, she's not even like dumb. She's just like, well, what you don't understand is this, and this. She's like, you have to think logically. And they look at her and go, who the fuck are you? Except for when she looks at someone and she's like, where did when they were talking about the old kids, they were like, you should ask the old, because Sue transferred all the old kids out. She was like, I hated all of them. She was like, and I didn't want there to be any remnants of the Glee Club trying to get back together. She's like, so I transferred them all out to different schools. And they were like, Rachel, you should try to speak to them and get them back. And Rachel was like, I can't. And they're like, why? She's like, I hated them. And they were like, why? She's like, and they didn't like, well, she's like, none of them like me. And they're like, why don't any of them like you? She's like, because I hated them. And I made sure to not get to know any of their names. She's like, who was there? She's like, there was Puck's brother. She was like, there was the cafeteria lady's daughter. She was like, there was other Mercedes. And Slider, and they're like, Ryder. She was like, yeah, I don't even know who they are. It was really great.
That's fucking awful, though.
It was really great.
And everybody forgot about Rory.
What's really funny is Sue mentioned him.
No, she doesn't.
She mentions him in a rant. She's just like, you do all this stuff. She's like, and you brought this sweet transfer student and brought him into your club. And then what happened to him? And then they said, what happened to Sweetie? Sugar. They're like, what happened to Sugar? They're like, where'd she go? Everyone's like, I don't know. So they're just bringing it, like, and then what's funny is she had a conspiracy chart because
Who, Sue?
Yeah, and what was really funny is there was a whole wall dedicated to the Glee Club and like
everyone was there.
What was really funny is remember the black guy from the first season who joined with
the Chino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a circle around him and a question mark. Where are you? Because he disappeared after the first season. And she's like, where are you? And it's just different shit like that.
What episode is that?
I don't even know. Well, what's happening is she is on... The reason she has that is because she's on a mission to get Klain back together.
Why?
Because Kurt and Blaine's love is the truest love she has ever seen in her entire life.
Shut the fuck up.
She has a mural up of the two of them making out.
What the fuck?
Two of them holding each other and making out. And
this is the most ridiculous season.
She ends up doing all this shit. It's 2 episodes dedicated to this. Where it's called The Hurt Locker.
So that's the episode where she has the chart and everything?
Yeah. The Hurt Locker. 2 fucking episodes. And in one of them, she locks them. She creates a fake elevator that leads directly to the auditorium, which they were like, oh, let's take that. I don't remember that elevator being there. She must have just built it. They get in and she traps them in it because it's just a fucking locked room. And what happens is she opens up a slot in the floor, and it's the fucking puppet from Saw on the bicycle, but it's Sue. as the puppet. Like, it's got the big cheeks and everything and the swirls, and it's got her hair, and it's got a deeper version of her voice where it's just like, we're gonna play a game. And she was like, you two are gonna get real close. She's like, the temperature in here is gonna rise by 5 degrees every hour, and you two are gonna sweat, and you two are gonna take your clothes off, and you two are gonna love each other. She was like, I have this. It connected to a wagon, was like, on a wagon there was this, it was covered in a sheet, and she was like, take off the sheet. They take it off, and it's a fucking like picnic tablecloth. That's what the sheet is, and it's like this fine like duck dinner with like all like champagne and stuff, and she's locking them in there to get them to love each other.
What the fuck?
No.
Where's the singing? Is there any singing
Rachel
involved?
sings Let It Go.
How did she do?
She did really good. They're singing. Her and, and in that same episode, Sue hypnotizes Sam. She just like, you are under my control. He's like, whoa, I'm so under your control. And she was like, you're getting sleepy. He was like, whoa, I was kind of sleepy before. It was just like shit like that. And she basically is making him hit on Rachel to get Rachel really into him, so that way he could devastate Rachel and break up with her, so that way she'll get really sad and quit the Glee Club, because every time she gets upset she quits the Glee Club. She does like a whole montage about every time she gets upset she quits the Glee Club in like the first season. And so she does that, and they sing 1,000 Miles. It was really good. It was cute. Coach Beast is transgender.
Now, or?
Yeah, apparently she's transgendered, and she goes, and I think currently she is now back as her male persona. I haven't seen it. But yeah.
Wait. She's always been transgender?
Well, apparently, like the thing is, she's becoming a man. She's a woman, and she was just a manly woman, and she's just like, no, I've always, I guess, identified as a man. And what's really funny is she's a gay man because she still loves men. She doesn't like women. So yeah, so she apparently, in I think the Hurt Locker episode, I think she ends up leaving to go get her surgery to become a man. So that's what's going on.
What kind of fucked up Degrassi shit are they pulling out of their ass?
They are, like, literally
not giving a fuck.
Throwing every fucking thing they can. They're being so, like, what's her face is so important to this season, Sue.
She's important to every season.
But the thing is, like, the last season, she wasn't really in it all that much. In this one, it's all about her. It's like,
is that what the show is really truly about?
No, that's what it is. It's like she is the spirit of Glee. She is everything about it.
Does she have a monologue where she says that?
She has like 8.
I think they're
all of them are genius.
Her writing must be...
Yeah, what's really funny is, because Mr. Shu is at the school that has Vocal Adrenaline. He's the coach of Vocal Adrenaline, where Dina Menzel was. So he's coaching that club. He's, I guess, like the history teacher there or something, or the whatever.
Why? Sue fired him?
Well, the Glee Club ended, and she offered to write a recommendation for him to become the Glee Club at that one, since that guy had been fired. And it was also like, at least I get him out of my fucking school. So he goes there, and he comes back to the school and has lunch in the teacher's lounge.
Why?
With her. She invited him. She was like, let me have lunch. And he was like, I'm really happy that we can be friends, and this and that. And he's talking, and then finally he stops talking. He's still going on, but it's all her monologuing. Talking about how she is like, it's so great to have my greatest enemy in front of me, and he is powerless before me. Like, all this shit. And he's like, oh, I gotta go, Sue. And he leaves, and she's like, and she looks down, and he leaves a fork.
He leaves a fork?
He leaves like a plastic fork on the table, like he forgot it. And she's like, what is this? This insult! She's like, he leaves his litter in my house? She was like, such flagrant disregard to me! And so she takes it and she puts it in a Ziploc bag and puts it in the Hurt Locker. And she has it labeled as like, hate fork. and she puts it there. She's like, I will destroy everyone, and that's what starts everything. Everything that she's doing to destroy everyone's life is because he left a fork in the teacher's lounge.
She must be having so much fun with that role.
No, it's absolutely ridiculous. It is the most ridiculous thing in the world, and I'm loving it. Because it's just silly.
Hey, Ralph.
Hey?
Do you know if the corner store or any other stores nearby sell salt
Yeah.
to throw down?
Oh, that
no.
kind of salt?
Yes.
No, not around here. Why, you need it?
Apparently the girls ran out and they're asking me if I can get some for them.
That's
Since
called the
apparently-
landlord.
I'm out.
Well, the thing is, like,
There's a Lowe's around there.
you can just like.
Yeah, actually, the super should be doing that. That's
No.
Really?
There's no super.
Well, no, I have to salt. I have to shovel and salt my house. But the thing is, like, if I have if we I'm almost out of salt too. I'm gonna have to buy salt. All I do is I attach the receipt to my rent check and deduct what I have to. So that's it. So I'll buy it out of pocket, but he'll reimburse me for it.
okay. That's fair.
Yeah, and that's also part of the deal of me living there. It's just kind of oh, by the way, if it snows, shovel, take care of all this stuff.
Even the driveway too. Or?
We don't have a driveway.
Oh, wait, that's not.
That's the other house.
Did he sell that house?
Mm-hmm. It sold it a while ago.
I got like 2 20-pound bags in the house, from Amazon. I said, fuck it, I gotta get it.
How much
the
were
day
they?
before it was supposed to snow.
How much were they?
It wasn't that much. I think it was maybe like $15 each.
That's dumb cheap. Are you sticking around?
Because I remember last year I tried the
I
same
guess so.
thing and forget it. It was like $60.
What?
Same
I
bag.
said I guess so.
So you guys still what?
I'll be sticking around. Yeah,
There's
I'll
like
be sticking
a
around.
just Lowe's around here. I'm sure there's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you
Yeah.
guys.
Christoph. I have StarCraft now. We should play.
That's me, man. I don't really play it.
StarCraft
1 or 2?
I play Diablo 3.
Two.
I'm not, man. Nice meeting
Help
you.
you guys
Get
out.
Diablo 3.
Be safe,
so,
Be
Benjamin.
safe.
I'll
Oh
play.
yeah. Be safe, guys.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have so much fun.
Oh, you're gonna start drifting.
We'll see.
When we went to
You're gonna have to see on the town.
Pennsylvania, he was ridiculous.
Right.
He was like open road, paved open road, and he booked it and was going 135 down this long stretch with me and Rodney in it, just going booking it. The car was like, I swear to God, the trees no longer existed.
Were you scared?
No, I'm not scared in the car with Christoph. Christoph is such a capable driver.
Was Rodney?
Rodney doesn't feel emotion. He's a Vulcan. Yeah. Yeah. He will always be my friend.
Did you use Game Boy SM to fully
What?
hack your game?
Did we what?
The Wii.
Oh, no, wait, yeah, that we completely hacked. We could play Genesis games.
Yeah, I've been trying with my own shit. I just can't figure this shit out, to be honest.
You ready, flash drive? You did a class and bring your flash drive?
I told you I lost it. I don't know where it is. I've been using the Google Drive forever.
Life is hard.
Because they give me,
No, Google Drive is the best.
they gave with my phone, they gave me 100 gigs storage.
Oh god, that's amazing.
150
Did you guys eat already?
Hmm?
You guys ate already?
Yeah. Yeah, I still have leftover Chinese food. Because they ordered food from an Irish pub, apparently. They got they got shepherd's pie from an Irish pub.
By the way, we've been recording the entire time.
Yeah. That's fine. I was going on an amazing Glee tangent.
I don't know if I should make that an episode.
Amazing Glee tangent by Peter. Peter Sylvester.
Alright, Justin. What I'm gonna need you to do, I need you to help me make a audio cue. So, just hit left, right, and say 1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2.
1, 2.
No, you have to actually, when you hit right.
Yeah, do it.
Oh.
1, 2. 1, 2.
Alright, good. So, when you hit play, do the intro.
When I hit play? Oh, when I hit A?
Yeah. When you start, man, so we can do the intro.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm waiting on you. You're in charge now.
Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Ooh, it's been a while. Okay. We are good.
Fuck yeah.
I can't. There's no rumble feature on the Wavebird.
Really?
Yeah. I had to sacrifice something for perfect, radio frequency.
Had I known, I would have never made that sacrifice.
Let me just make sure it's in slot A. And not slot B.
No one ever uses slot B. I feel so bad for slot B.
Why?
Because no one cares about it. It's like, why is it there? Why isn't there only a slot?
Oh,
I can't tell
because
which slot is which, so.
would I like to create a save file for this game on memory card slot A?
Yes.
No. If you said no, I just kicked your face.
Why?
You're such a dick.
Saving, do not touch.